Happy Monday. It is Queen Agent Shay Jackson checking in. And first of all, recovering from an event like the Essence Festival when you're over 50 is a little different than when you are in your 30s or 40s, most definitely. But great experience. Have a lot of videos that I will be coming out concerning my time at Essence Festival this weekend in New Orleans. Amazing experience. So many things to unpack there, but one of the things that I wanted to talk about is what happened when I dropped off my Essence Festival goodies yesterday. So I just want to let you know I had no intention of bringing back anything. This was my first year at Essence and didn't really know what to expect. I knew, like, we had went to concerts, my friends and I went to concerts, but that's pretty much all that I knew that would happen. Knew it would be a great experience for the culture, for the Black culture, but anything other than that, I didn't know. So when I went, I only had what I was going to carry, nothing extra, no extra suitcase, no anything. And the first day, got some goodies, and I literally gave them all away. It was full-size items that I received, but I gave them away when I was at a restaurant so that I wouldn't have anything to bring home. But second day, third day, I was like, okay. And it was a good way for me to start back creating content in a different way. If you look at some of my older videos, yes, I'm in tech. I'm in cyber, really, not tech, but I've been in tech for over 20 years. Tech and cyber are kind of grouped together, and I know AI, but I lost one of my friends in October, one of my best friends. She was like my sister. We had been friends for over 27 years, almost 30 years. And she passed away unexpectedly, and it devastated me. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to create content. I didn't want to do anything. And as you see in the title, I am over 50. I'm an only child, and both my parents have serious illnesses going on. And so right now in my life, I just want to find out do what makes me happy. I'm a mom, wife to my main squeeze, but just really finding things that make me happy. So the Essence Festival was a great way for me to get things to say, okay, I'm going to start creating content again, but what does that look like? And I kept all of the goodies that I collected day 2, day 3, which I'll do a haul and all of those great videos. But this video is different. It's not about my experience at Essence. It's about what happened when I went to the only FedEx shipping location that was open on Sunday near my hotel. Shout out to Miles. I will be putting in his social media information in the video, just so if you in New Orleans and you don't know about Miles and his company, definitely follow and patronize him. An amazing guy. So called him just to make sure that he was truly open on, the location was truly open on Sunday. But he is not like a main location, but he partners with FedEx. He does have a he has shipping businesses, and he's a FedEx partner. So went to Miles, called, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to make sure you guys are really open. He said yes. Went, and it was definitely a God moment. Definitely a God moment. So I drop off all of the stuff that I have, and we just started talking, and I told him, oh, my mom has printed obituaries since I was in high school. And I remember being on, and I was telling him, I remember when digital or electronic keyboards first came out. It was a Brothers electric keyboard, And it's not like what you see on the day, like it has a screen. It had a screen, but you couldn't visually see it as you were typing. It was like on like this long, imagine like a little small screen, and I'm typing, but you have to make sure that you print it correctly or you type it correctly. I was a teen, so I didn't want to really do it, but my mama made me. But I really wasn't watching, and there would be times that I would mess up, and instead of being able to put the white ink on there and all of that, I had to start all over. So talking about that, and we got into just so many other things that I'll share, that I'll share later. And the only reason that I say that is it has to do with our mothers. And some of the things that his mother went through, she passed away 4 years ago, and some of the things that I'm going through. And he wasn't an only child. He had a brother, but his brother wasn't able to help take care of his mom at that time, and just so many similar things. One of the things that he told me is, and just dropped nuggets of wisdom about continuing legacy. And that's something that, I'll be honest, I thought about with my dad, not so much my mom. And for my father, he's not my biological dad, but he raised me. He's the first man that I've ever truly loved. I love my dad. And he's going through a serious health challenge. And I thought about photography, which that's something that I am going to be chronicling on my journey, because I do want to continue my parents' legacy. But as I mentioned before, I was mostly only thinking about, okay, me learning to take pictures like my dad did, because that's something I feel like it would keep me connected to him even when he's gone, like a balm to soothe me. Even for right now, because my dad was a professional photographer. And so in us talking about moms, my mom has been and continues to print obituaries, memory cards, just funeral products for people, design them, everything, even now, since I was in high school. So that's over 30 years, because your girl's over 50. Okay, and so it was so emotional, because I don't know why I didn't think about my mom, but one thing that he said was it would be a way to continue her legacy too. And that is so true. And I will say, as I give my diary entry for today, is I do want to find a way to memorialize both of my parents, carry on something that they both gave me. Was my childhood perfect? Absolutely not. But as I grow older, I realize how blessed, how much favor I had, how loved I was by my parents. And I want to, during these times, I'm trying to figure it out as an only child. And it's not always clear, but God never lets me get too far. He doesn't let me get overwhelmed. What he does is help me to figure out what is the best next step on this journey of being an only child that has a family. I have 4 kids. I've been married to my main squeeze for over 25 years. No, for 25 years. We celebrated 25 years this year. So it is a little over 25 years. We celebrated in April. But also having aging parents. And there's no manual that I can think of. Or not that I can think of, that I see. And even if there is something, a guide out there, not to say that it won't be helpful. It will be. But I won't say that it'll address and help me solve everything that I'm going through on this journey. But going back to Miles, we were there for over an hour, and it was a God moment, because he was telling me, you know what, I don't even work on Sunday. He has a staff. Like I said, he has multiple locations, And because they worked so hard during the week, he wanted to give them time off, and that's why he was there on Sunday. It was meant, because he poured into me I asked questions, even personal questions about, his mom, his journey, because even though he has a brother, he is an only child too in this situation, and just gave me nuggets of wisdom. One key thing that I most definitely want to do, and I'll be honest, I don't know what that looks like, but I'll figure it out along the way, is continuing Footprint Designs. That's my mom's company that she started. No, I'm sorry, not Footprint Designs. I'm sorry, 4 Grand Designs, because she has 4 grandchildren. So that's her company, 4 Grand Designs, and learning how to take pictures like my dad did. He mostly took pictures of people, and that's what I'll start with. I have his digital camera. It's the first generation of digital cameras by, I think it's a Canon. Yes, it is a Canon. And that's where I'm at. Amazing, as I said before, needed, and right now, there's so many emotions, and I'm very good at compartmentalizing, but there's certain emotions, there's certain things that I do want to walk out and not wait until my parents are gone to let them know that they matter, and their legacy, I want them to know their legacy will live on. Not starting when they're gone, but I want to do it right now, and I'm committed to it. Will it look perfect in the beginning? No. I haven't exercised my creative gene a lot because I'm in tech. And certain things I do, but not the way my mom is. She's a crafter. I told you she designs the funeral programs. I forgot the memorial cards, things of that nature. I want to learn, and I am going to learn that, and photography. So join me on my journey doing that, and I will just talk about it, because I do believe that there are only children that are Gen X that are in similar situations and trying to figure it out. And I see you, I understand. Let's walk this journey together and make it be the best possible that we can for our parent, if you only have one, or parents. I'm Queen Asia Shay Jackson. Have an amazing day.